everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today we're going to be doing part 1 of my April book haul. Now, I did not want to separate this into 2 parts, but when looking at my size of books I have, yeah, I'm going to have to do a 2-parter. Some of these were sent to me for review, and some of them, I think there's only one that I paid over $10 for. The rest of them were under 10. So I don't feel too bad. I've been trying to do that a lot more, where I stick with the under $10 section, unless it's something I seriously want, which doesn't happen very often, but you will find out which one I really wanted, and let's just jump right in. So the first one I found was the Picador Modern Classic edition of Jesus' Son Stories by Dennis Johnson. Now I'm a little bummed because this damage is from a library sticker. So that kind of bothers me, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I paid like 25 cents for this, so I'm not too bummed, but a little. This one is Briar Rose by Jane Yolen. This is a twist on the story of Sleeping Beauty, but it has to do with Nazi Germany. I am super stoked about this. This is going to be part of my first Fairy Tale Friday that is coming up. I'm going to be talking about Sleeping Beauty and different twists on it, and the story of it, and the original story of it. So that will be my first Fairy Tale Friday that I announced way back when was going to start happening. It's taken me forever to get myself together on that one, which I apologize for. Next, I tracked down quite a few of the Penguin Ink books, but I haven't got all of them yet. This is the only one I have so far from this purchase. So this is Bridget Jones's Diary, and I love this ink edition. So there's that. Next, I found this at BAM, or Books A Million, for like $2.49, and this is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I hadn't read any Oscar Wilde yet, except for, unless is Importance of Being Earnest Oscar Wilde? I think it might be, because if it is, I've read that, but other than that, this one I have not read. So I'm very excited to get into that. Why not? Next, I was sent this. This is the first book in, it's a duology. And I was sent this by Granta Publishings, and this is Bodies of Light. This is the first book that comes before Signs of Children, and I am super excited to get into this because I loved the first book. No, I loved the second book. Even as a standalone, I loved it. So I needed to get more information. Okay. Next one is this. I was sent this for review as well. I contacted the author. This is The Impossible Wonders of Muji Littleman, and this is by Robin Gregory. Now, this one I requested from her because I thought it had something to do with mental illness, but she says it's more of it's a different type of illness, she said, and it was kind of her own book based on her own stories. So yes, I am super stoked about this, and I'm gonna pull this off so that I left that on because it was so pretty. So that's the cover. And each little chapter has a little illustration. Next, I have Both of Me by Jonathan Friesen. This is a story about dissociation, dissociative identity disorder specifically, I believe. So I'm super excited about this. I'm going to be buddy reading this with Heather, and that's whenever we get around to it. So that one you might not see again for a while. All good. So in the order that I also ordered, Briar Rose, yes, which I already showed you, which is the retelling of Sleeping Beauty involving Nazis. I also picked up this. So I ordered them from bookoutlet.com, which I've now ordered from once, and I only ordered 2 books. I may do it again, but the shipping is ridiculous. Like, I was not impressed with the shipping cost. It was really outrageous in my mind. So this is The Beautiful Bureaucrat by Helen Phillips. I've heard nothing but good things about this from Brooke, and I believe Mercedes spoke about it as well. So I am excited. Back now, Freight Books. I wrote them, and I requested a book, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, but it was on NetGalley as a proof. So I was like, maybe it would happen? Don't know. So I heard back from them, and they said yes. So this is The Wolf Trial, a novel by Neil McKay, and I've already spoken to Freight, and they warned me that this is going to be a chunker and a definite draining story. So we're going to take this one real easy. So this one is Germany, 1563. The world's first serial killer is captured, but tried as a werewolf. I'm really excited about this one. I mean, okay, so I have to show you guys this though, because nobody else in my family seems to understand just how beautiful this is. So this is the cover. And do you see the woods? Like, goes all the way to the back and on the side. And then the end pages. Just so in love with that. I was not expecting the hardcover at all. I never expect the hardcover because when you request a book from publishers, they're doing you a favor. I mean, you're both kind of helping each other out, but in general, I feel like they're doing me a favor by sending me something that I could have purchased, and it's very kind of them. So when they send me a hardcover, I'm always like blown away. But when they send me a hardcover that's that beautiful, I'm like, oh, be still my heart. Then I picked this up. This I picked up at Books A Million as well. It was like $5, $6. I've been curious about reading this for a while, but I've heard mixed reviews about it being good or bad. So when it was super cheap and in hardcover, which is the way I wanted it because... and papers. Bam! I picked it up. This is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. If you guys have any information about this, leave it down below. Let me know what you thought of it, because I really don't know much about the plot. I just know that it was a mixed bundle review. So this is the only book that I spent over $10 on. And I saw this in a book haul that Miss Brittany did. And the moment she described it, I was like, bam, need to buy it. This is Hospice by Gregory Howard, who apparently lives in Maine. Did not know that. So he lives up in Bangor, which, 6 hours from here. It's cool. I could still interview him someday, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'm already into this, and it's good. Good call. Good call, Acacia. Well done. Pat on the back. Well done. Thank you, Brittany. Next, I have this. Okay, so here's the story on this one. I was on Instagram, and there was a picture from Standard Books in New York City, and they had an indie publishing table, and I literally saw this book on the table. They didn't tell you what the books were. They didn't explain anything. I had to ask them what the book was called. All I saw was the cover. That's it. I saw the cover and I was like, what is that? And they told me, and I was like, I need it in my life. I don't know why. And then I looked it up on Goodreads and I read the synopsis and I was like, oh, yep, definitely need this. So I ordered it through my local bookstore. So the book that I'm talking about is this. This is Surveys by Natasha Stagg. And this is a coming-of-age story about a young girl who quits her job, a low-end mall kind of job, moves to LA for the love of her life, and things just start happening from there, and they become what they explain it in this way. The pair's relationship, launched online, makes the Scott and Zelda of their generation, and they tour the country, cashing in and on the buzz surrounding their romance, but their fame expands. Colleen's jealousy grows obsessive. I thought that sounded phenomenal. And then the last book that I picked up was super cheap. It was $2.97 and it was used. And I heard mixed things about it. No, actually I haven't heard mixed things about it. Everyone seems to love it. I don't know. This is Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I pulled this out of my car. It's been in my car. And that's where I'm going to keep it, is in my car. I'm not going to read this consistently. I'm not going to read it in like a concise sit down. I'm just going to leave it in my car, and it's going to be my car book, which means that whenever I need a book to read while I'm out and about, that'll be the one, because it seems like an easy one to dunk in and out of without feeling like you're missing any of the plot. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's how I'm going to do that. So that's part 1 of my April haul. We'll see if it gets larger. Maybe this will be the only part of my April haul. We don't know. Probably not. Let's be real here. Probably not. But let's hope that the other one is a little smaller. Like a lot smaller. Unless it's got publisher books, which I never say no to. Alright, guys. So I will see you all in my next video, and I will talk to you soon.